the Philadelphia Eagles, which is our second point this week, they go and put a hurt on the Pittsburgh Steelers, who were themselves a little depleted because no George Pickens in this game, who more often than not is their passing offense. And looked like it in this one. Russell Wilson, only 120 yards passing. The Philadelphia Eagles defense that's been so dominant of late to basically every quarterback that isn't named Bryce Young, does it once again in a 27-13 win. But maybe the bigger story in this one, the passing attack that's been so much maligned. I think Hurts was like under 200 yards for like 7 straight games or something. He goes for 25 of 32, 290 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 110 of those yards and a tug going to A.J. Brown. Is it fixed? Is it all hunky-dory here in Philly after everything that went down this week?
It's not fixed, maybe. I wouldn't say it's fixed. What I will say is they can play backyard football, like backyard football with your boys, not calling a play in the huddle even, and put up dominant performances like they did today. Philly had...
They honestly should.
Yeah, and they should. Like, it goes back like the Saquon Barkley from a few weeks ago, the reverse hurdle, which will probably win SB's play of the year if it's not the Amari Cooper pitch back to Josh Allen in the snow or whatever. Like then you saw today, like Saquon Barkley just getting the ball, moving in space. A.J. Brown just forced the ball to your good players. Like they have too much talent when you really simplify this for Hurts and you simplify this for the Eagles offense overall. Get the ball to A.J. Brown, get the ball to Devontae Smith and hand the ball off to Saquon Barkley. They'll win games. And use Jalen Hurts as a runner. I thought Hurts looked really good at times, making people miss in the open field. Like I remember a lot about last year's run for Philly, worrying that Hurts wasn't like being aggressive as a runner. And this year you see him trying to break tackles. You see him trying to extend plays. I think he has to be that kind of player for them because he hasn't this week, obviously 290 and 2 touchdowns, but he hasn't been the passer that they need. He's taken a lot of bad sacks, not fixed, but they need to look themselves in the mirror like A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon. Like they have a lot of talent on this football team. There should not be complexities that make it difficult to get A.J. Brown the football or Jalen Hurts running. You know, they used to be a team that had the easy button in the league, the push. They still haven't figured out that this year, and it's been a little bit different without Jason Kelce. But still, I think things got harder for them. They need to look in the mirror, force the ball to good players, call it a day.
Yeah, to me, this one was kind of just a good Steelers team running into an elite Eagles team. It's like, I don't think this really, I think you really saw the Steelers ceiling in this game. And now again, no George Pickens. Would it have been different with him? Sure. I think he's still what losing him does makes like you have no go-to option in the passing game.
Calvin Austin led the team in receiving with 65 yards.
Yeah. Like basically every receiver you're throwing to, you're not feeling great about it, right? Like it's not like, oh, I know I have this matchup, we're going there. It's like you're throwing with hesitation no matter what, unfortunately. So I think you saw that, but it's just like this Eagles team, the sheer amount of talent on both sides of the football is absurd, and they've not played to it on a consistent basis. But
which tells you what they haven't played to the talent level. Why?
Well, on defense they have. Yeah. Offensively, again, I've been on this show many Monday mornings, watching the All-22, saying, I don't know what Kellen Moore is trying to do in the passing game. And in this one, the Steelers made it easy for him because they were just playing press on the outside. And it's like, trying to press A.J. Brown, I'm just going to go to A.J. Brown, right? Like, Joey Porter might win a couple of those matchups at the line of scrimmage, but A.J. Brown is the most physical press. He threw him off him numerous occasions.
You're saying you don't know what Kellen Moore's doing? I think at times it looks like Jalen Hurts doesn't know. I think there's just been complexities added to this offense. You saw it in the week 1, going back to that week 1 game with Philadelphia, where like he's calling more plays at the line, he's calling protections, he's making up for Jason. Like they just put so much on Hurts' plate that he hasn't been able to just play instant football, I feel like.
And he was the LFG player of the week.
Oh, I didn't realize that's on me. I did not see that Jalen Hurts was Tom Brady's week 15 LFG player.
I think he was, right?
He was.
Dude. Brady, do you think Fox, I can't comment on it as a rival network, but you can. You're with the Ringer. Do you think Fox regrets the Brady contract at this point?
Regrets? I mean, how could you not? Like he went from he's not good, right? And if he is good, it's going to take time and it's going to take a lot of money. He also can't talk a lot about a lot of things during these games. I don't know if you caught it, but they were having this conversation where they bring in the broadcast ref into the booth, right? And then they say, oh, like I don't know if I agree with this call. I don't think it's a good call. And then Tom Brady's like, sorry to move on quickly here, but like he just like literally can't talk about the referee moments, which makes it awkward. He also, I feel like, doesn't like the sound of his own voice. Everything's like really like Russell Wilson getting the first down for the offense there, KP. That's a great first down for his team. It's like, just calm down.
It's all excitement. It's all one note.
I would rather hear Tom Brady talk in the same with the same vernacular, same jargon as he did with NFL players and teammates, and even on his own podcast than he does when he gets into this booth. Like when he gets into the booth, he like turns on this like.
It feels like he's trying to be.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's playing a character.
Yeah,
almost.
It just feels ingenuine. It feels ingenuine. Legitimately, I don't think Tom Brady, if I was sitting with him on the couch and Russell Wilson scrambles for this first touchdown, I'm looking over to the left of him and Tom Brady's going to be like, wow, that's a really good first down from Russell Wilson for his team. It's like, what are you talking? Can you imagine if someone said that to you? Like, this guy's insane. Like that plus with his outfits, I'm not one to talk about attire, but the amount of times I look up and it looks like he's wearing like the same thing I wore to my 6th grade, like dance, like a black tie with a gray top. It's like, this guy needs to, there's no swagger. Like, where's the swagger? It's weird. It's weird. All the Tom Brady stuff this season has been weird.
I cannot comment any further than that.
A
few things that I do want to comment though about. One, the Eagles' final drive was a masterpiece. Truly one of the best drives of like all time. 21 plays, 88 yards, 10 minutes and 29 seconds to end the game. To not even go score, to just end the game like that. And I'm saying that because I had the under, and that was an insane drive to secure the under. And then the other one I want to talk about, TJ Watt goes down and didn't look like much, but Pro Football Doc tweeted out that he's praying.
Read the exact tweet, please.
He said, let's hope / pray that this is not a left 5th metatarsal Jones fracture. Saying it's so it doesn't come true. Just an masterpiece incredible in timing and like tact.
the engagement opportunity to say, let's just hope / pray this isn't a left 5th metatarsal Jones fracture. I'm sure that's what everyone
when I saw the clip, I think everyone immediately thought
Ian Rappaport put up the prayers emoji and said praying for not a left 5th metatarsal Jones fracture for TJ Watt.
Kleiman immediately tweeted that out too.
I get that it's like Chow's kind of role on Twitter is that like, hey, a big injury happens, I'm gonna get up a cut of when he got hurt and give my analysis. He needs to really work on his copy because that's just like when you are like being so self-aware that you shouldn't be trying to engage farm from this, but then you are anyway, like that, I think is just too much. I don't know if I agree. Now, to focus on the serious part of this sucks for Pittsburgh. Yes. I honestly feel like TJ Watt, he makes one or two like huge plays for this defense every single week. I think it's a big reason why they keep teams under. It's a big reason the defense is good. Like TJ Watt, I feel like to me every single week this year, I felt like he's just one of the more underrated players in the league, even with all the accolades he gets.
The biggest, like the dichotomy between the Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, and like the animosity in that conversation. But there's like a real argument for both. One in that Myles Garrett is the most unblockable 1v1. Like that's not a debate. TJ Watt is the best football player. He plays the game of football better. So he will make a play that has nothing to do with needing to beat a block, nothing to do with like, sheer physical talent. That's just like he knew where the ball was going, knew what was going to happen, and then makes a play where it's like, damn, that's just like TJ Watt makes that play.
What if I framed it to you this way? I think Myles Garrett, if you simulated 100 true pass rush snaps against a random assortment of the top 5 tackles in the league, I would trust him in those 100 rushes to have more pass rush wins or more pressures than TJ Watt. But if you limit that number to 5, and TJ Watt versus Garrett in a 5-game where Watt knows he just has to turn it on for 2 or 3 plays and like find that's what shows up for me. It's I need to force a big play on 3rd down or 4th down. It's like he's just a big play merchant. He's always around the football. He always is like tuned to the gills for every big game situation. Like he is a relentless.
It's like who would you rather have on a 2-minute drill at the end of the game? You probably think of TJ Watt, right? You probably think he'll make whether it's like a batted ball. 3rd and 12, Super Bowl on the line. I'm taking Watt over Garrett every day of the week. Every day of the week. It's not even close.